Hello everyone, well, I sound awesome. Rachel,
Hmm?
can my voice always be like this?
Afraid not. I can't really understand you, and I'm pretty sure they can't either.
How?
You want to do the intro?
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Sparkles, and today I'm going to be making a gender-bend Tom Lucitor from Star Wars The Forces of Evil as part of the Star Wars Forces of Evil Collab hosted by RetroDollsUS. This is my first collab ever, so I'm pretty excited. So, let's get started. I'm going to be using an Apple White doll for this project. I like her face mold and her body, but I wanted to experiment something new with her, so let's go to my kitchen. Welcome to my stove. I have a pot of boiling water and I'm going to be trying to dye my doll. I saw Fantasia Custom Tanilograms do this, so all credit goes to them. I'm using Red Dye More synthetic dye in the color Royal Purple. This is my first experiment dyeing a doll, and I made a lot of mistakes, but I learned a lot too. First, since Tom is kind of a pastel dusty lilac, I poured just a little bit of dye in the pot. This worked out well. The part I messed up on was the amount of time I left her in the dye. I think 10 seconds would have been enough, but I left her head in for another 30 seconds, which was way too dark. But I set her aside and do the same thing to her body. Her forearms and hands and joints turned out like her head. Her torso and her upper legs turned out the perfect color, but her lower legs turned out a weird gray. Overall, I think this technique works. You just need to experiment with the doll. Also, I'm realizing I could just use an Ever After High Kitty doll. I wouldn't have to do the dyeing thing, but I wanted to try something new. So to fix this, I'm painting the body. I mix up some lilac paint and mix in some matte Mod Podge so the paint sticks to the body, and I move on to her hair. I made her hair like always with some yarn wefts. To learn more, check out Mozequito. I just glued the wefts directly to her head with tacky glue and then fabritac. I originally wanted to have her hair down, but later I decided I liked the high ponytail look. Once that's done, I wrap her hair up and get her prepped by spraying her whole body with Mr. Super Clear. Don't forget your mask. Also, while she's drying, I sculpt her horns on a model doll with polymer clay. I make them a little smaller and a more curved look to look daintier. I stick in some wire so I can put them in her head later, and bake them according to the instructions on the package. Time for the face-up. I first blush her body with soft pastels to make her feel more alive. I go in with my watercolor pencils to draw her face. I drew in her 3 eyes, eyebrows, and lips, and spray her again. Just curious, do you guys watch Star Wars The Forces of Evil? I'm only on season 1 right now and I really like it. The reason I did this collab is because my friend Abby on Instagram encouraged me to join, so thanks Abby. Also, I'm planning to do a little Q&A in the future, so if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments. Usually with more cartoony characters, I go in with acrylic paints right away as to not waste Mr. Super Clear, and because acrylics are good at making cartoon looks. and once I spray her one last time, I add some fake lashes. But off camera, I switched from individual lashes to a strip lash because the individual ones didn't look right to me. That's better. Let's move on to some clothes. I make a pattern for a tube top and shorts and cut out the ribbed jersey for the top and denim for the shorts. Also, sorry I didn't film myself sewing anything. I need to get better at that. But once everything is all good, I paint the little star pattern on her top and fray the bottom edge of her shorts to look ripped up. And add a little belt with ribbon. You remember her horns? I painted them tan and added a layer of gold paint to make it look more feminine. I stubbed an owl, this into her head so the wires have somewhere to go, and I super glue the horns to the side of her head. Now for shoes. I follow Watercolor shoe tutorials and wrap paper towel and Mod Podge around the metal doll's foot covered in tinfoil to make a base for her ankle booties. I originally thought to make them knee-high boots like Tom's, but I thought the ankle booties would fit the character more. So after the paper towels are completely dry, I take them off the foot, remove the foil, and sculpt more detail on them with polymer clay. I also add a heel with more wire, and I make them again according to the instructions on the package. Once they're cooled, I paint them tan, paint the tips of the boots brown, and give her some Hextian red bottoms. And with a few more details, she's done. I was planning on her looking more seductive and sexy, but I think she turned out more cute. But I still love how she turned out. Also, what do you think her gender bend name would be? I was thinking Tammy, but that sounds a little old to me. Leave some names in the comments. Anyway, that's it. Click here to subscribe, click here for my latest video, and click here for a video YouTube thinks you'll like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!